The answers are inside of you. It's the questions that we're asking. But do people remember in pictures or words? Yeah, if I say house, most of you in your mind are picturing a house. You're not picturing H-O-U-S-E. You're not spelling it out. So if you just change process, the outcomes you can get are A, predictable, and B, a lot quicker, right? Just call time out. What is it that we're doing? Are we moving in the right direction? Yes, the business is moving forward, but is it going where we want to go? Are we ultimately going to end up where it is we want to end up? Does it make sense? And sometimes to do that, you have to challenge yourself. You have to get outside your comfort zone. You have to think a little bit differently. Soccer. Organized soccer for 4-year-olds, which is crazy. They're starting so young these days, but there's nothing organized about 4-year-old soccer, is there? There's nothing. It's 4, 5, and 6-year-olds, and they're all just doing this, right? They're all just doing that. And sometimes the ball, if you've ever seen it, it's unbelievable. The ball just pops out and they don't even know it. You ever see it? Right? You ever see this? He said, when I was in with the herd, I didn't have a good view of the ball. But when I took a step outside, I had a better picture. And I'm thinking to myself, how insightful of a 4, 5, or 6-year-old to know when they should take a step outside and get a different view. I said, Chad, if you're going to talk to my people on comfort zones, I want you to do something outside your comfort zone, and then that will be your intro. So it's got to be big, whatever it is you do. And after mulling over a little bit, we decided that I'm not a big fan of jumping out of airplanes, so I will go skydiving. That's what I'll do. So it was me, the pilot, the instructor, and the guy with the camera in a 1951 Cessna. One seat for the pilot, that's it. And the door wouldn't even shut. They kind of had like twist it, you know what I'm talking about? Just twist it. In the airplane, and I look at my altimeter, we're 1,000 feet. I swear we're 10 miles off the ground, and I'm saying there's absolutely no way I can do this. But I just keep talking to myself, keep coaching myself. I'm saying, no, you can do this, Chad. All these emotions are going through. So we get to 3,500 feet, and the pilot goes like this, the door opens, the cameraman gets out on position. So the first command is like this, you sit out, and your legs are dangling out of the airplane like this. Second command is climb. So now you climb out on the wing like this. I don't know how fast a 1951 Cessna goes, but it feels like you're going 150,000 miles an hour. The wind's just pumping in your face. Third command is hang. So then you let your feet go, and now you're dangling like this. Next command is fly. When you hear that, you let go. You're supposed to arch your back. So chute pops, and I look up, there's a little thing called a slider. You know what I'm talking about? You've done this, right? There's a little thing called a slider. You check all your lines, everything was fine. I have a one-way radio on me right here that the instructor's talking to me. Flare left, flare right. About 1,000 feet, you begin to start coming in for your landing. So I have no idea what the cameraman is. I have no idea what's going on. So I come down, I miss my landing zone by 200 yards. I land on the runway. I land on concrete. So then I pack up my chute and I run back to landing zone. My first question is this: how was my exit? Because that's what I want to know. That's what I've been practicing all this time. And he said, Chad, it looked like you were trying to run back into the airplane. I mean, it looked like I was doing this. Camera crew comes over and says, everything was perfect except there was one glitch. And I said, what happened? And they said, the camera didn't work. I had to watch somebody hand roll my chute in a little airplane hangar, put that thing back on, get back in the 1951 Cessna, go 3,500 feet and jump again. As we go out there and we try new things, will there be days that the camera doesn't work, right? Will there be days where we're frustrated? Will there be days where we think it's just easier to go back right to our what? Comfort zone, because that's what we know, because we're unconsciously good at it. So as you're out there practically and tactically implementing this stuff and taking action, you have to remember that there will be days that the camera just won't work. And you have to pack your chute, jump back in, go up 3,500, and fly again. Sarah has been an influence in my life. She moved me from Los Angeles to Jefferson City, Missouri, which is where I call home now. I wanted to stay in Los Angeles. She wanted to move to Jefferson City, so we compromised and we live in Jefferson City. That's how it works in my marriage. So my wife finally pops up, and my wife, when she's sleeping or trying to sleep, the last thing she wants is anybody to bug her, especially this guy. And she finally popped up with her head out, and she whipped her head, and she said, go to the Lido deck. And I said, the Lido deck? If you've ever been on a cruise ship, you know the Lido deck has food 24/7. The Lido deck's wide open. The question is, are we going to sit there like I did and keep saying I'm hungry? Or are we going to get up and go to the Lido deck and take advantage of the opportunity that's in front of us and take advantage of everything around what you do, what you impact, inside and outside these walls to make a difference. Be significant, continue to move forward. So how do we go back and change or disrupt our thought process in a positive way that moves our business where? That's the challenge.